Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today I'm working on a design team project for the Lady Beans, and it's the coffee bean design team. We have a wonderful illustrator, Sarah Kay, and all of our images can be found at the Etsy shop in the link down below. I also will list our blog down below so you can see some of these great images and how they are used for different projects. This was my project last time. This was the image. And then I printed this out in different sizes and did some extra little leaves there, and it makes a wonderful fall card. So this was last time's. Today we are working with this trick-or-treat image right here that I printed out on this orange paper and then cut it out. And we're going to make a pocket letter. So this is how the image has turned out. I've got some glitter on that trick-or-treat. I printed it out on this kind of orange paper, and then I used my Copics to add some color up here to the leaf, the stem, and these little pumpkin lines there. I also took some black ink and just chalked around the edges. I like to do that a lot of times when I cut out. Some of you may or may not know I'm having some trouble with my eyes, so cutting everything out perfectly isn't really working so well for me. So I just took some black ink and kind of colored around, and I got rid of some of that edge there and gives it a little more interest, I think. Working with a pocket letter, you will use one of these little trading card pages. I'll put some links in the description box below if you would like to follow my Amazon affiliate information there. Shows you what the items are and how and where to find them. The magic number for these cards is 2.5 by 3.5. So I've got some pattern paper, and I went ahead and used some more of this orange paper here to cut out some of the squares, and inked the edges. The ones that are darker colored I inked with some white ink, and then the ones that are orange I inked with the black ink. Some ribbon here, got some sequins and some brads, and we're gonna go ahead and get going. These orange papers here, I think I'm going to put a little black kitty on. I've got these little black cat brads, and I think that'll be fun down in the corners. This is just a poking tool and a little mat to take the poke there. So this is my brad. I want to make sure when I poke the hole, I poke it in the right spot as far as where the little peg is. There we go. October is such a fun month to get ready for Halloween and do some of these fun fall patterns and designs. I'm so excited I got this design to work with. All right. So here we are. And then this little spider, I just used some black ink and stamped this little design that I had here. This is a super old stamp from my stash. Looks like it's from Savvy Stamps, but it's pretty old. Any stamp will do, or a sticker, or you don't even have to put it on there if you don't want to. Okay, so we'll do this other one. This one we're gonna do opposites. So these pocket letters are a super fun way to send some cute little goodies to a friend. I do have another video with more details on the pocket letters and things that you can put in them and how it started and all that good stuff. So these are going to go in here. Now on my image, Got some glitter glue drying, so I'm just kind of waiting for that, and we'll just set that aside and let it dry. Now you can go ahead and back these with colored pattern paper or color paper, whatever you want to do there. Sometimes you put little goodies in the background, little stickers or notes or tea bags. So, you know, sometimes people let those just be the decoration. Okay, so on these ones here, I thought I would just put a pumpkin in the center. And these are just big sequins. Right here. I'm not really sure where I got them from. I often will look for sequins and glitter and confetti in the party section, especially after holidays, so you can get them on an even bigger discount than what you can otherwise. Sometimes Party City or party stores have some really great confetti. People use them for like table scatter and whatnot, but I think they're great for paper crafting, of course. Okay, and I have one of those big pumpkins for all 4 of these. Now I went ahead and cut all of these papers so you didn't have to watch me do that. Again, the magic size is 2.5 by 3.5. And the reason that's the measurement is just so that it fits perfectly in these little pockets. If you use an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you can usually get all of your cards out of that, unless if you want to do different colors or patterns or whatever. A lot of times I'll save scraps and use that too. Another fun thing to decorate these is I could have put some washi on there or some ribbon, extra scraps of the paper, but I really wanted these pumpkins to just kind of be the focal. I thought they were a really great addition to the image that I'm working with. Okay, so these are not dry yet, but put them in here. Hope they don't move around too much. Another fun thing with pocket letters is using a fuse tool and making a shaker spot. And we're gonna do that. I've got my fuse tool warming up. The fuse tool is a Project Life tool. This is the little ruler, metal ruler that goes with it, little guide, whatever. And it just melts this plastic down so you can make your own pockets. But what's really fun is that you can make a pocket to hold confetti and glitter. And it just adds a really cool extra touch. So my thought is this card will go in the center here. Sorry, you guys, I think I'm losing my voice. So that was a drink break. Okay, so my thought is to put these here, but I think I'm gonna cut about this piece out and a little piece off the top here. And I'll have to re-ink them because this was kind of a thought about it later kind of activity. So I'm just gonna cut a smidgen off of these. I'm not a big measurer, as some of you may know, so I usually will eyeball a lot of things, which is kind of funny coming from a newly blind person, but anyways, we will eyeball about this much. And then I'm gonna replace the ink on the ends that I just cut off. Just a swipe across there. Okay. Nothing fancy, just some color box pigment stamp pad. Rub it across the paper. Okay, so that's going to leave these a little bit smaller. So what I want to do is put some of my little confetti pieces. I've got some stars and I've got some leaves. And we're just going to put them in there, these little sequins. And then that will make a little shaker piece in this pocket letter. Put some of these stars. And I want to make sure I get all that I want, because once I seal this, it's kind of done. Like, you can't really, I mean, I guess, I don't know if you can really reopen it without ruining it, but I wouldn't have good luck doing that myself. So just try to make sure I got everything I want in there. And this is the piece that we cut off, so that's about the size that we're working with. And I think that's actually pretty good, because if we put too much more in there, it really won't shake her around. Okay. So, see, that's about the right height. Then what we do is we take this little metal guide that we have and squish those down again. So where this little divide is where it's going to seal. And this is the fuse tool here. So it has this little metal spot, and it just goes along the ridge there. And it is plugged in, and it's really hot. It's like one of those fire burning tools, kind of, but this one is designed to burn our plastic. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know if my cord is going to reach. Probably not, so we'll see what we can do here. And you just run it in under there. And let's see if that worked. Yeah, so now those little sequins are trapped in there, which is really great because it makes a cool little shakery spot. And we'll see if our paper fits or if we need to cut it down a little bit. I think I'm going to cut it just a little bit. And re-ink it. I guess I should have inked after. Okay. Yeah, so that fits right down in there. And then we have this cute little shakery spot. And I think we're gonna do the back kind of the opposite on this side. So maybe it'll be a little bit easier. But if I want to put anything on this paper, I need to do it before we seal it in here. Because what we'll do is we'll have to make two lines, one here above the paper and then one to seal in the little confetti pieces. So since our pumpkin says trick or treat and it's going to go right in here, I have some stickers from my stash. These are creative memory stickers. I wasn't a huge creative memories person, but I did always love their tools and stickers. Some really great items. So I was thinking on this one, I might put this little trick-or-treat bag and then maybe scatter some candies across them. So let's see what that looks like. This will also add some little pops of color. Let's see, what do we have over here? Put a little candy corn. All right, let's see how that looks. Cute. Okay, so on this one, I think I'm just gonna add some candies. Ooh, let's do this one. This one has a really cute little maybe this little hat would be cute right in the center here. And of course, some little candy corn. Okay, so we've got our little candy pieces there. And our trick-or-treat hat. And again, this one's going to be sealed in, so if I wanted to put anything in the back, I should do it now or it will be stuck. Just noticing that this has some glue that leaked out. Clean that off so it won't be sticky and stuck to the wrong thing there. All right, just gonna let this one dry before we put it back in there. And we're gonna need some more of these little star sequins because I used them all in the other one. Again, this is just from my own little stash that I've collected over the years. I have a whole little drawer of all of these little table decorations and little confetti. Most of them came from Party Store, especially after holidays. They usually will put them on pretty big clearances, so forth. So, okay, I think that'll do it. Fuse tool came unplugged, so we'll give it just a second to warm back up here. Some other things I'm thinking here is to use this ribbon, put along the edge like so, and I'll go ahead and hot glue that down. I also like to put brads in the holes of the little protector because then it's like an extra little gift for the person receiving it. They can take these brads out and use them, but they also add a little cute little touch here. The idea of the pocket letter is to send a little note to your friend and send some little gifts that they can use in their paper crafting. Got a little bit wet, so we'll dry it out there. Okay. So, still gonna set that aside. Let's see if this is ready to go. I'll line this up here. And I want to get as close as I can to the edge of that paper so that we have some room to put the confetti pieces. Try to make sure it's parallel to this line so it doesn't look all wonky like. Yeah, let's give it a go. So again, this is just the fuse tool, the little guide that it has. I'll stroll right along this line. See if that sealed it in. No, it didn't, so it's not hot enough. All right, we'll let that heat back up. And see if this is dry. Perfect. Okay. I think that's going to be about the perfect level for that as well. So we'll be able to see the confetti pieces around there. Now there's some different ways to do this image here in the center. I could have cut it apart, but with this page protector, there is a good gap in between the cards. And I didn't want to lose that much of this cute little image that Sarah Kay made. So I am just going to glue it right to the top here, making sure not to lose my pocket piece. Okay, you guys, so I had to take a second and get this fuse to heat up and work, and I didn't want to make you wait for that. So we've got our first line fused here. And then we can put in our other little shaker pieces. And it's not going to hold much because this is just a tiny little piece. But maybe one leaf or two and some of these stars. A leaf in the middle, maybe. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to be just off camera for a second while I fuse this one together. Cord doesn't want to seem to reach, and so it's then unplugging. And not heating very well. All right, so we've got our fuse lines here with our little shakers. And go ahead and add some ribbon over here. cut it to length. Let's see if my glue gun will reach and is ready. I like to just start a little piece of it. And then just keep gluing. When you're making pocket letters, you want to make sure you don't block these holes that are on the ends, because some people do collect them and put them in a binder. Okay. Got our ribbon. Then I think I'll go ahead and add these little brads. Pull off this glue stick strings. Again, these brads are merely just to add a little decoration and something else that the recipient can use in their crafting. Okay. Last one. All right. Hopefully this is dried. And then I'm just going to glue this right on in here. I think I'm going to use a little bit of some hot glue just to pack it in place. Okay. So there is my cute pocket letter for the design team using this little trick-or-treat image from Sarah Kay. Again, you can find all of the links in the description box below. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share button if you enjoyed my video today. And check out my other videos on pocket letters on what to put on the back side of these to jazz them up a little bit. And I'll see you next time in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.